Matthew chapter 18. In that hour the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Jesus called a little child to himself and set him in the middle of them and said, "Most certainly I tell you, unless you turn and become as little children, you will in no way enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever therefore humbles himself as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever receives such a little child in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones to believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a huge millstone hung around his neck and that he were sunk in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of occasions of stumbling. For it must be that the occasions come, but woe to the person through whom which they come. If your hand or foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and cast it from you. It is better for you to enter into life maimed or crippled rather than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and be cast into eternal fire. If your eye causes you to stumble, pluck it out and cast it from you. It is better that you enter into life with 1 eye rather than having 2 eyes and being cast into the Gehenna of fire. See that you don't despise any of these little ones, for I tell you, they're in heaven. Their angels always see the face of my Father who is in heaven. For the Son of Man came to save that which was lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them goes astray, doesn't he leave the 99, go to the mountains and seek the one which has gone astray? If he finds it, most certainly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than the 99 who have not gone astray. Even so, it is not the will of your Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. If your brother sins against you, go show him his fault between you and him alone. If he listens to you, you've gained back your brother. But if he doesn't listen, take 1 or 2 more with you, that at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. If he refuses to listen to them, tell it to the assembly. If he refuses to hear the assembly also, let him be to you as a Gentile or a tax collector. Most certainly I tell you, whatever things you bind on earth will have been bound in heaven, and whatever things you release on earth will have been released in heaven. Again, assuredly I tell you that if 2 of you will agree on earth concerning anything that they ask, it will be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the middle of them. Then Peter said to him, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Until 7 times? Jesus said to him, I don't tell you 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is like a certain king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. When he began to settle, one was brought who owed him 10,000 talents. But because he couldn't pay, the Lord commanded him to be sold, with his wife, his children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and knelt before him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, I will repay you all. The Lord of that servant, being moved with compassion, released him and forgave the debt. But that servant went out and found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 denarii. And he grabbed him and took him by the throat, saying, Pay me what you owe. So the servant fell down at his feet, begging him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will repay you. But he would not. He went and cast him into prison until he should pay back that which was due. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were exceedingly sorry and came and told their Lord all that was done. Then his Lord called to him and said, You wicked servant, I forgave all that debt because you begged me. Shouldn't you also have mercy on your fellow servant, even as I have had mercy on you? His Lord was angry and delivered him to the tormentors until he should pay all that was due him. So my heavenly Father will also do to you if you don't forgive your brother from your hearts for his misdeeds.